What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Battling Pool 208. My name is Had. I am joined here by my good friend Manix. We are about to watch Squidding Good against Big Batty gyal. Two super strong teams in this Group 2 single elimination stage tournament. But first, Manic, how are you tonight after just the announcement of RSL drop this weekend? How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm booking up every ticket on the planes. No one else is going from here. Nah, just kidding. I haven't booked flights yet, but soon.
Anyway, let's get this game straight up. No waiting time required. We see Baha going out with those Tetro duties. A lot of interesting weapons here out on the field. Tri-Stinger for snipes. And we see a 96 gyal on Porky. Ooh, I like that. Furry with a regular splatter shot. I haven't seen that in a little while. And Gecko with that carbon. Deco for Squidding Good, always using a little bit of different weapons than the meta always suggests. Let's see how it's going to go. This two-zone splat zones map. Manta Maria snipes onto their bunker snipe kind of thingamajig, trying to get some hits onto Porky, because you see Porky, the Trizuka out on the field though, trying to push snipes away. Orgy with that grab tag also on top. Looks like Squidding Good is the first one to capture both of these zones with just a nice gyal alive. That might just change here.
Yeah, they just kept them real good. Didn't even need to get. Oh, what was I thinking? I thought the Trizuka would be a good counter for the crab, but it seemed not being used too much for that. But the Tri-Stringer gets a nice snipe from an arc shot, but the wall kind of blocked it off, so it has to retreat. Otherwise, gets sniped from that Trizuka there. I guess they're gonna count down some more time while just keeping them at bay. One goes down, might be a good opportunity to counterattack, but it seems the crab has other plans. Well, one zone is almost getting hated, but well, the crab or the Kraken is assisting their push to just stop one of the zones and reclaim both. Yeah, they're both, and put a very nice time penalty for Big Batty gyal.
Yeah, 66 time penalty is actually quite a handful of time, but that also puts already to 21, which is nothing too good for Squidding Good, because they're still not capping. They have a 4 penalty, meaning they have to basically start all the way from scratch, while Big Batty gyal only have to start from about 80 to get to a knockout now. And it looks like Squidding Good again being pushed back in the spawn quite heavily by Big Batty gyal. Yeah, it's a kind of a funny name. Trizuka going out from Fury onto the side, looking at snipes, gets a spot on Takumi. Very good, gets a trade with Espresso. That is also huge. That is 3 players down for Big Batty gyal. Just snipes alive, and I don't think a Tri-Stinger is going to defend those zones all on their own. And with that Carbon Roller in their face, they actually win. I didn't expect it at all. That's a good case of commentator's curse right there.
That was a weird matchup there, huh? Who'd have thought? But here comes the crab just pinning off some zones, providing some good defense. There's Kraken on the right side. Did it get traded? Or I guess it just ran out. Okay, very weird. But here comes the rest of the cap. Not really getting much of the penalty off there, and putting a big penalty on to Squidding Good. Remember when zones used to potentially give you more than 100 penalty total?
Yeah, I mean, if you capture like 1 or 2 points, it might actually give you 3 penalty. I don't remember it giving more than 100 penalty though.
101 is most don't remember, but wow.
But like that's like 101 penalty points, not like 101 total. Like
no. Yeah, the total is.
Oh no, yeah, no, I think it still does that. But like 101,
wow.
I think like 102 maybe max. I don't exactly know. What I do know is that Squidding Good is finally gaining some ground here on Big Batty gyals and actually scoring a lot of points here. They're pushing past the 60 mark, which is huge for them, and they also have a couple players down, meaning that on Big Batty gyal side, meaning that Squidding Good actually has a good chance of winning the second defensive fight here. We have Gecko ready with the Trizuka, but Express has the Booyah Bomb ready. Physic Bomb coming out. The Booyah Bomb is going to be deployed any second now just to capture one of those zones. Gecko used the Trizuka, but not much success. Express not coming out. Booyah Bomb coming out, looking at that zone on their side. Gets the Booyah on there. Oh, the neutralizer, the grab tech from Takumi gets the paint done. Gecko also falls down here. The zone is still not in the hands of Big Batty gyal. Squidding Good holding onto the defense and also gaining the lead with only 13 ticks left. It doesn't look too hot for Big Batty gyal as they're trying their best to stay alive. The zone's still in the hands of Squidding Good, and they're waiting with their 3 players down Big Buddy Gyal, and they need these players alive right now. With another player down, that's gonna be the game. A nice comeback from Squidding Good, all the way from 80 plus to a knockout.
Yeah, that was really surprising knockout. I thought I don't know what went wrong. Did Big Batty Gyal kind of focus on killing in spawn, but not looking at the flanks, or?
I think they kind of just started losing their fights.
Or did they kept on getting killed in the middle there?
I saw a lot of fighting in the middle, so I'm gonna reckon that they just start losing. You know, got maybe a little bit overconfident. They started losing their matchups. Also, Squidding Good started really diving 2 against 1 onto Big Buddy Gyal. Something that was they didn't do at first, and they kind of tried to go for the 1v1s, but they really started going 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, and just spelling people left and right. And that's, I think, what ended up winning the game. But also, Manta Marina, sometimes it is a little bit annoying. At least I feel like it's a little bit annoying to push sometimes. Zones are very small, so they're super easy to neutralize, but they're also super easy to just lose and defend because the zones are so small. Like, one crab tank can easily defend that zone.
Yeah. Yarsh, you cursed ship, the Manta Marina. Some say, if you use crab on it, you are destined to lose. Yar.
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 Do what you want because crab tank is free. Do what you want because booyah bomb is free. You're playing.
Here comes a kraken.
That's actually a really good one. Anyway, we are in a very unique situation where we are in single elimination best of 3 counter picks. I don't remember the first time when we had this on Dapple, but I probably haven't watched a lot of Batting Pool recently. But I can counter pick the map and mode Big Buddy Gyal. So I'm wondering what they're gonna pick. Yeah, we counter pick modes now because we're cool, right? I don't know why. It's probably gonna be like another Splat Zones map, to be honest.
The Splat Zones is the best mode. That's why there's a whole tournament of Splat Zones, right?
I actually very much disagree. I think like Raymaker.
There are some good maps on it, and some
good.
really bad maps. Like what's this one? The Springs? Oh, Brinewater Springs. Yes. I'd say the zone is big enough, right?
It's definitely bigger than Manta Marina zones combined. But,
yeah, but there's 2 of them, you know.
Yeah, but this one only has 1. Brinewater only has
I know. There's only 1 here, but it's big enough to not be capped in like a single swing of a dynamo.
Watch. you have not seen
Here
the
comes
they go
Giga Chads.
Dude, those people go above and beyond to do the most stupid stuff. All right. Anyway, Splat Zones Brinewater Springs, interesting because they just lost on Splat Zones and quite a harsh defeat actually, if you ask me. So I think it's quite interesting.
I mean, they came out strong. They just kind of lost the momentum. I guess they got a bit distracted by how many of them were getting killed unexpectedly. I guess I don't really know what happened in the middle there, but they let up pretty strong the offensive and kept them at bay for a bit of time.
Yeah, I think this map is definitely better to do that though, because it's just way less flanks. Basically, you're just stuck in your spawn, that's about it. No flanks, you know, it's Splatoon 3 map design coming in hot. Brinewater Springs being a prime example.
Pick your Tetris piece.
How not Tetris 2, Splatoon 3 Boogaloo. Anyway, let's get it on, because we are actually looking at some very interesting matches here. I think it's going to be a good fight. They were very close last game. They can be close this game. We do see the same amount of weapons, but instead of a carbon roller deco or carbon roller, we now see a stamper, which is for a lot of people just a carbon roller being on steroids, because the thing is absolutely crazy. Squidding Good being the first one to capture his own Baja, going in, getting 1, getting 2, looking at that third there for Porky. Gets a third there or not? Does he get the third? Yep. With the help of the teammate, they do, and it's just Porky alive in his early 3 down scenario. Squidding Good got 10 points onto the board, but Big Buddy Gyal is pushing it further with passing the 80 mark right now. Still in spawn. Baja gets spotted by Porky, but that's a very strong start for Big Buddy Gyal.
Wow, that was super intense. I cannot believe he outstayed his welcome for so long, and getting even a trade before he went down. But that's definitely going to secure a lot of points for Big Batty Gyal. As well, they're going to try and do the same technique here, but I don't think they're going to stall them for too long, because there's a crab. here to reclaim some of the zone.
There's also a Kraken now defending. This is basically what Big Betty Gyal just did to Squidding Good, but now it's the other way around. Squidding Good really making work of Big Betty Gyal, getting the lead there and pushing past 40. Like, right now, 2 players down, and Big Betty Gyal also not looking too hot. Snipes trying to get a splat onto Gecko, who's just chilling. Express get a splat onto the side. I don't exactly know who it was, but that's the 96 Gyal down, and that might be a good opening for Big Betty Gyal. The Bouillon coming in, Baha diving in, and that's gonna take the zone. Express getting a nice snipe on Orichi, and now that... Ooh, that was a very good re-slider. Very good re-slider, smiling there onto Gecko, just dropping down. Did not expect that at all, and now is Big Betty Gyal onto the defense of the zone, but Squidding Good has a good opportunity to go in because they just splatted Express, and that might be a golden opportunity for them. Tri-Strike coming out, or Tri-Strike coming out, Trizuka coming out, Kraken coming out. They're deploying everything against his teammates. Poor Express jumping in, unfortunate, getting a refract Porky by Takumi. Still a very good back and forth fight for both of these teams, and it looks like the 2 players down, Big Betty Gyal is the winner for this.
Yeah, this defensive was pretty good, but here comes the Tri-Strike to maybe stall the zone a little bit more, maybe get a penalty on, and there we go. The Zipcaster trying to get in, but wasn't able to get quite the nice angles that it would have. There goes the Crab, wiping out the entire team, as the Crabs normally do, right? I hate them so much. But Squidding Good just gonna take one out, take out Baha, who almost started on the entire match, and reclaim the zone for another time, maybe? Nope, never mind.
I don't think they're gonna do that. That Weevil definitely helped. Takumi getting... Oh, Porky missed! Or decided that Porky with someone else. That's huge because it's just Porky alive, but it's a full wipe out. The first wipe out of this match. I think they lost the lead. Squidding Good. Big Betty Gyal is very much pushing in there. Counter picks definitely seems to be working. Baha going in, gets a spot on Gecko. Now looking at Furry, who also died there. The zone got boot shot for a second, but not for a second enough. As Big Betty Gyal quickly refracts it, and with that they get a knockout, pushing this set into game number 3. Very good by Big Betty Gyal.
I feel like he kind of got lost there with the Kraken. Had someone else had like thermal ink, that situation would not have happened, eh?
I don't think so. Maybe Porky predicted that Baha would actually move up to avoid the Kraken, and
yeah, that makes sense.
Went for that direction, but then Baha, being Baha, absolutely styling with those dualies, Tetra dualies, thank you. Actually, just doing the exact opposite, and that's very good because they actually managed to kill 3 players there already, and then the 4th one also got splattered, and they got a full wipeout for that, and that actually won them the game because it was a very good coordinated effort, and that's exactly what you want to see in a scenario like this, because this 3rd game is gonna mean a lot, because remember, this is single elimination. If you're out, you're done. It's game over for this tournament, and Squidding Good definitely wants to stay in, but Big Betty Gyal also has some bones to pick, because they are also looking at that nice little Sendu .ink badge. So, what do you reckon is gonna go? We're gonna go Big Betty upset, says Pat Tom J.
Well, if the trend has been as it is, they're gonna definitely go splat zones, right? Or I don't know, maybe they're not confident anymore after getting their confidence absolutely shattered. Oh wait, no. Big Betty Gyal was the counter pick last run, so yeah. Now it was good. So I don't know, maybe they go splat zones again, but I mean, their strategy of kind of pushing it first didn't go quite according to plan, so they kind of, I guess, got lucky the second round instead of the first round.
I definitely think that Big Betty Gyal picked himself up compared to last game. They were fighting so much more together. They were doing so much more coordinated stuff, and I feel like that's what they're missing last game. This game they felt way more coordinated, and that's exactly what they needed right now. But it also means that both teams are going to show their A game right now, because, you know, again, single elimination. If you're out, you're out. So I'm actually very intrigued what they're going to pick. If they're going to change weapon comps, what kind of map mode they're going to pick. I'm still thinking about it. I'm looking at the chat right now, hoping if I can get a glimpse of what these teams are going to pick. But it's going to be a good thought through. And it looks like it will be tower control onto Mako Mart. Ooh, a Splatoon 2 classic.
Rip the trend. Rip the trend.
Nah, I actually like if they're finding out on a different game mode. I think Tower Control is a very good game mode.
Yeah, especially for Krakens, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's that one advantage, so surely should give them some extra points whenever they need it. Or just, you know, keep in the zone, or the tower. Spasms infested my brain. Getting the tower just to keep from overtime, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. You know what the best strategy is? To sit on the tower and win. Easy.
T-pose on the tower. You become invincible. Fun fact.
Dab on the tower. Just play the L3 and you can dab.
Imagine if you could do emotes in-game. Like every other game.
I mean, you sort of can. You can give each other high fives.
Oh yeah, okay, but that's depending on the sub-weapon. Like you can.
There was also the dab invented in Splatoon 2 with the curling ball.
Oh yeah, the
best in-game
bomb,
emote. Right? Yeah, you just look down, and then if you're out of ink, you look down trying to do curling bomb. It just dabs. That's something like I saw several early Splatoon 2, and it's just
the power move.
It honestly just stuck with me. It literally stuck with me. It was like one of the only reason I sometimes played curling ball weapons. And then the L3 came out in this game, and initially only had curling bomb and crab tank, so I was kind of stuck with the curling bomb, even though I absolutely hate the sub, but I just used it. Anyway, it looks like our next game is going to be on their way, a tiebreaker. Will it be Squidding Good prevailing as the #1 seed, or will it be Big Batty Gyal going forward as the winning team? When I said let's get this show right on to the road, both of the teams decided that the same competition, except for Gecko going back to the Cargo Roller, is the best way to go. These guys are really showing their A games right here. Squidding Good in the orange and Big Batty Gyal into the blue. Gecko going for a very early game flank, trying to get some spats in, but the people from Big Batty Gyal notice Takumi is now going full ham at him. Gets a spat. Baha also got spatted in the background. 2 players are down for Squidding Good, and there's only 1 player down for Big Batty Gyal, so they are in the player advantage, but I don't think this will really mean all too much here, as they are not going to push until they have a crab tank onto the field, and with that crab tank out and with 2 players down, Squidding Good is being pushed back, and Big Batty Gyal is the first team to start pushing the tower.
Man, what a invaluable technique substrafing is. I wish I kind of learned it a bit more back when I was more actively playing the game. But yeah, wow, here comes Baha just going in and getting 2 splats and an assist, or well, 1 splat and an assist. But wow, that was quite the maneuver there. I could not be hit. And wow, Big Batty Gyal's already down to the final checkpoint.
Yeah, this is a huge push for Big Batty Gyal indeed here. Manic, they're still going at it, by the way. 2 players down for Squidding Good, but also 2 players down for Big Batty Gyal. Porky with his Kraken onto the tower. Finally putting a stop to the tower. Baha still in the middle. Looking at Orochi, gets a spell on Orochi. Huge W's there. Standing on the tower, trying to just set or freeze it at that spot so they can hold it off for a little longer. And with 3 players down on Squidding Good's side, but I think also 3 players just went down on Big Batty Gyal's side. It's looking like a very even matchup here, but the huge 8 lead from Big Batty Gyal is gonna hurt Squidding Good a lot, and they have to push hard to start winning.
Definitely. It's still going to be a bit of time before the... Oh, never mind. I can see the special numbers on top of the screen. I forgot. But I guess they're going to be able to stop this next push with the Kraken going in. Unless they destroy the Gyal user, which they did. So they can probably just go again for the tower and have fun with the push not being opposed. Unless they all go down, which they haven't yet. So... They're in a very strong spot at the moment.
They definitely are, but Squidding Good is looking to counter back, getting a spell on Baha and also getting a spell on Snipes right now. Espresso in the middle being quite weak there, I think. Somehow still alive and gets spelled there. 2 players down for Big Batty Gyal. It is Squidding Good's turn to finally start pushing on the tower. Really went to their room and said, now it's my turn to be on the tower. Porky again coming out with a Trizuka. Takumi going out with the Crab Tank. Crab Tank getting destroyed, but Takumi survived, but going in a very awkward corner. Porky, unfortunately, got splatted. Fury going in, gets it on Takumi. That is huge, but gets refragged there by Snipes with their Tri-Stinger. But they broke to the checkpoint, and they are still pushing 2 players on the tower. Orochi getting splatted by a very good shot from Snipes. I love to see those strong Tri-Stinger players going at it. Gecko using that tries Zuka to get us better than Takumi, but I don't think it's gonna mean too much. Sporky tries to get on the tower. It took him a second, but he got on. But Express is going in a very defensive angle, trying to stop this push.
Yeah, wow, that impressive strike stringer snipe. Do you think it'll be like really big nerf if they added laser sight? Or a laser projectile or something, I don't know.
It might be a big nerf, but like we also saw with Chargers, I don't think it's gonna affect it all too much, because often the second you see it, you're kind of dead anyway.
Yeah, true, but it's the arcing shots that always get you. Like you're behind cover, they get you.
That's actually true. I think honestly will be a buff for the Tri-Stinger. Because the user gets to see the laser as well, meaning they can aim even better.
Oh, true, yeah.
I think in that regard, it might actually be a buff. You know what also is a buff? This push from Squidding Good, because they're going at it!
They're really
players down on Big Betty Gyal, there's only one player down on Squidding Good's side, and they are on the checkpoint, and they're about to break through. They got three quarters of the way there, but they're not on it anymore. They are on it now, and they've broken through the checkpoint. They're pushing all the way to the low 20s, but they still have to go through this last checkpoint to gain the lead here. 16 points are they? They're only a couple points away, but the Kraken being pushed off the tower. That means huge trouble for Porky, who's now stuck in the corner. Gets one splat with a very nice place. Well, doesn't get the second and the fourth because his press just walked around it. They got the 12, just not far enough, but they still have a little bit over 30 seconds to get this lead, and they're still going at this tower.
Do you need some oxygen, man? That was impressive. That Kraken play was really good, but unfortunately was knocked off too well. Here comes the Trying Strike and the Try-Zuka just to push this crab off, but unfortunately it got popped at the wrong time, or at the right time actually. Here comes the Kraken to stall again, or push in. Oh, and he gets the lead at the very last second. Very well done. And getting two spots.
As well, though. At one point.
Oh, okay. In the overtime, I guess.
This is interesting though, because Big Betty Gyal can technically still do it. They are all alive. Gecko going to the tower, doesn't get the splat. They can splat themselves actually. 3 players up for Big Betty Gyal, 3 players up for Squidding Good. They have to push this in overtime all the way to knockout. That is gonna be stupidly difficult, but they are lucky. They already have all the checkpoints. They just need to win their fight, but they just lost 2 players, and the Tri-Stringer or the Tri-Strike onto the field. Gonna make it super difficult to stand on the tower. A big Kraken moment for Squidding Good as they made a big comeback to the 99 FU score to win this incredible set. One of the best sets Battling Pool has seen on Dapple Productions. Last week we had great sets on Triton Cup. Now we're getting great sets on Battling Pool. Crazy matches with Squidding Good is the team coming out on top in a very nice back and forth fight. Big Betty Gyal did their absolute best, and they had some crazy players. Shoutouts to Express, Baha, Takumi, and Snipe for doing absolute monstrosity gameplays. It is insane to watch that, but Squidding Good came out on top. Moving on to the next set against Win Zox. Little bracket update for you there. Graveyard Shift won 2-1 against Blue Comet. Big dub for them there. Going against Papaya, who won 2-0 against Chaya Pet. So we're going in a very hot bracket into the winners finals, but semifinals for both teams also looking very good. I think we're also going to our next threat straight away here, Manic Squidding Good against Mimzox, I'm pretty sure.